YouTube. It's Tanika Nicole here. I've missed y'all. Like, I'm so sorry I have not been able to put a video up. You know, my phone's been messed up and I record on my phone right now. And yeah, you know, living that army life. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys today about army life. I have like some notes written down, so that's why I'm like looking down and up, whatever. But I just want to talk to y'all about army life. I know when I was coming into the army, I was YouTubing all the time. Like anything I could know about the army, I wanted to know. And I was a military brat. And I think it's different being like a military brat and then like actually like transitioning into the army. So a couple things that I want to talk about today. Why join the army? Exercising. And basic training. I don't know what, like that gap, whatever. But anyway, so why join the army? Because everybody's gonna ask you why you want to join the army, and I think you should be honest as far as like why you want to join the army. For instance, I joined the army for education. I already had my bachelor's degree when I came in, and I wanted to get my master's degree, and I wanted to get it for free. So I signed up for 4 years, well 8 years, but 4 years active. And yeah, I came in for education purposes. I know some people are coming in the army for benefit purposes. I know some people in the army just to serve their country. It just depends on what you want out of life. Like, what do you want the army to do for you? Because let me tell you, the army gonna use you. The army gonna use you, body wise, like physically, like seriously. So yeah, I think you should definitely, if you want to choose army, choose army. I will say most of all the branches are the same. No branch is smarter than the other branch to me, because you have smart people in the army. And when you go to the recruiters, they'll tell you like, oh, Air Force is smarter than Army. And no, maybe the jobs are totally different, but Army, you got people who got bachelor's, masters, PhDs, who doing something with their life. Like same thing with Marines, because that's what people would tell me, like, oh, you don't want to go to Marines type thing. So it just depends on what you want. And yeah, just whatever you decide, stick with that, because that's going to carry you throughout your 4 years or your 6 years or whatever else. And I know some people join for their family. So if you was like me, I joined the army late. However, I didn't have a family. You know, I'm still like just taking care of me. So if you have a family and you trying to join for benefits and all that stuff, go ahead. I mean, I understand. I totally get it. Like I said, like when you come into the army, you will meet a lot of people. And yeah, they all join for different reasons. I'm just say that. PT. So okay, so if you made a decision that you are going to come into the army, you might as well go ahead and start doing push-ups and sit-ups and running 2 miles. Because let me tell you, for somebody who didn't know how to do nothing, and I went to basic training, I was like, you want me to do a push-up on some rocks? Like why are you yelling? Like it was a transition for me. Like I said, I came in a little later, but be prepared to be physically fit. Like even with me being in the army now, you have to be physically fit. You have to be within weight standards. A lot of people do not tell you that. You need to be in weight standards. You need to be able to run and jump and do push-ups and sit-ups, and basic training will get you right, guaranteed. However, if you just I don't know, if you just can't get physically fit before basic training or after basic training, you will go home. So don't be one of those to go home. I mean, if you do, if something happens and you have to go home, then I don't want you to be ashamed of that. But just be ready. Just be ready. Basic training to me was probably like so hard, because they be yelling at you and you can't say nothing, and you gotta eat them nasty MREs, and you gotta be outside. And I was just like, what was I thinking joining the army? But anyway, now that I'm here, you know, it's not that bad. but it will, to a certain extent, it will discipline you. And I keep saying like, oh, I'm not, I can't wait to get out the Army. But I still feel like even when I transition out the Army is still going to be part of me regardless. Like I said, even though I grew up in the Army, like a military brat, it's totally different when you are in the military. It's just the way you talk to people, the way you handle yourself, the way you handle situations is going to be totally, totally, totally different. So yeah, like, and your recruiter, hopefully, when I was coming in the Army, they had like workouts for us to do. We would like once a week we would have to go and do kind of like PT, like run and do push-ups and sit-ups and stuff like that. And let me tell you, what you do at the recruiter's office is nothing compared to what you do in basic training. You're gonna do everything. Run in the freaking snow, in the rain, all that stuff. So be prepared for basic training. That's the main thing. And then too, with females, if your hair is like mine, I have natural hair. If your hair is like mine, go with some braids. Don't go with no perm and expect that you finna have time to do your hair, because you barely got time to take a shower. And there's times where you're gonna be outside and you is not gonna be able to do your hair. Like it's go, let's go. Which is really crazy, because now when you're like in the Army, you will learn how to get dressed in less than 10 minutes, 5 minutes, hell. You will learn how to get dressed in the dark. You'll just learn. That's going to come like second nature to you. What else did I say? I said Army. I said, why are you doing Army, PT? Oh yeah, and then basic training. So yeah, those 3 things. Just keep that in mind. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like, I just lost train of thought. But anyway, a lot of people also join the Army. Another reason people join the Army, because you rank up faster. So if you go to Navy, it's more of testing. If you go to Air Force, it's more of testing. I don't know about Marines, but I know Army. Basically, if you know your Army stuff, you can get ranked up real quick. Now it's kind of changing to where they do want you to have a little bit more college education, but it's possible. I see people who they went into the Air Force. They were in the Air Force for like 4 or 5 years, and then they came onto the Army, and there was a specialist in the Air Force, and then, or whatever they're called, Air Force, and then they came into the Army and they ranked up to Staff Sergeant, which is E6. So they ranked up like really, really, really quick, which is really good, because I mean, I don't know, the Army is not terrible depending on what you want. My unit, we go to the field twice a year, which is a lot. And for me to be I'm a 42 Alpha Human Resource Specialist. For me to go to the field, that's a lot, because I mean, we're all soldiers at the end of the day, but we don't really do too much in the field. And I would try to like vlog when I'm in the field, but I can't be showing y'all too much stuff, because I ain't trying to have the government kick down my door because I showed something that I ain't want to show. So yeah, but yeah, in like a month or 2, I go to the field for, I think this one would be like 2 weeks, but the other ones are usually like 4 weeks. So I'll try to show you a little something, tiny little something. So yeah, I mean, just depending on what you want to do, make sure you have your exact reasons why. And the reason I say that is because sometimes with the midst of us on the go, or you got to do some BS in the Army, if you have like real things or real like reasons why you came in, people will always remind you of that. You remind yourself, your kids, your significant other will remind you why you decided to come in. So I don't really remember what, like, it's crazy is because now that I'm in, I don't really remember the things that I was so curious about coming into the Army. So yeah, once I put this video up, if y'all have questions, let me know, and then I will be able to specifically answer your question. But to me, like, I've lived this for almost 3 years now, so everything is normal to me. Yeah. So me about to transition out the Army, I'm just like, oh gosh. And the only reason I'm one of the reasons I'm transitioning out the Army is because, I came in to get my master's, and I'm doing my master's right now, and that's it. I mean, yeah. So So yeah, let me know questions and I will upload another video. Probably because I'm wearing a wig this weekend. But anyway, yeah, so hair questions, nail questions, because I do have them. Let me know, ask me. You know, I'm very accessible through YouTube because that's all I do majority of the time anyway. So y'all have a great night. It is Tuesday in El Paso right now. Well, I guess it will be Tuesday everywhere. Unless you're in Germany, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, y'all have a great day. I hope y'all have a great week. And I will see you later. Bye.